we got a Republican governor, Republican legislature. How come they can't seem to get anything done down there?
Well, there's a couple of reasons, and it depends on your perspective, really, what you're going to say. Most people would, some people say they get a lot done, and a lot gets talked about, and a lot of things get done, but they're not the kind of things that people really expect to get done. And a lot of times they aren't really communicated. We're still trying to get constitutional carry in the state. Things that seem like no-brainer issues, legislative issues for a Republican state like Alabama with a Republican trifecta, it should be pretty easy to pass, are often a lot harder to pass than you'd think. And one reason is I think you have a lot of people that get elected, and fortunately in Calhoun County we had pretty good representation in terms of people that showed up and did their jobs. We had Cale Brown, who I'm running for his seat, did an excellent job. Obviously Del Marsh was Senate pro tem and did a whole lot of work in the state government. But they have no staff. They have no, they're not required to have a legal background necessarily in terms of being familiar with writing legislation. So a lot of it's really just left up to them. And because of this, you see the majority of legislation being written by a small group of legislatures are producing the majority of legislation. And, as a solution, I would say we just elect people that are dedicated to actually writing and passing legislation. But, a couple other issues are that it's very difficult once you get elected to sort of balance all the different interest groups. It can be a challenge sometimes. If you're someone who got elected and is sort of relying on the support of various groups throughout the state, there's plenty of lobbyists down there. And they're all willing to come in and tell you what you're doing wrong and what you don't need to vote for and why you should not vote for this. And, I think a lot of them they don't want to step on toes.